Chill Squad, what it do? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not part of the Chill Squad, what are you doing? Now, lo-fi beats are not hard to make. They're very simplistic, and usually less is more is the rule. They usually range between 65 and 95 BPM, and this is intentional because this usually aligns to a person's heart rate, which is in between 60 and 100 BPM. For reference, think of when you used to watch Adult Swim on Cartoon Network if you're old enough. When they would go to commercial break or return from the commercial break, they would usually have lo-fi music playing in the background, or even when they're about to start up a new show. It was something that was non-distracting, but it made perfect background noise. All right, so I'm gonna play the sample first, and then we are gonna craft our drums. So very smooth, very calm, right? So you're gonna go into a new group, and you're going to hit your browser, and I'm going to show you two very simple ways to do this. Now, you could use a drum loop or you could use one shots. I'll show you both. Now, if you're going to go in the route of loops, you can choose something that's already lo-fi influenced. Say if you want to use something like crate cuts, or you can use Concrete Sun, or you can even use burrow chops. That'll be fun to use, or you can use basement error. For this one, I'm going to say let us use crate cuts, since that is the lo-fi influenced expansion pack. Now that you got your loop, you don't stop here. I want you to solo out the group, go to sampling, and you're going to extend the sample to 4 bars and switch to internal. Choose a blank sound where you can record this to, and you're going to hit start and restart the sample. Now what you're gonna do from here is you're gonna go to slice, and I'm gonna go to grid, and what we're gonna do is hit this for the entirety of group B. So right then and there, look what happened. We have 16 individual cuts now for our drums. Now you may be asking, why does that matter? Well, if you create a new pattern, you could create your own drums. So let's just make this like this. See? Or so you did a lot of the heavy work already. Instead of, getting the one shots one by one, you literally were able to half the time by doing it this way. And because you did it this way, let's say you don't like the snare or the kick on one, you could literally switch out the snare or the kick manually if you would want to. Let's go to a new group, and we can even mute this other group for now. And you're gonna go, instead of loops, you're gonna go to one shots. And let's just say you didn't want to use anything from crate cuts. Let's say you wanted to use something from burrow chops, right? So take the time to select the drums that you want. I'm gonna just take a quick moment to get my kick, my snare, and my hi-hats. I'll be right back. Now, part of this drum tutorial, I am going to show you how I also work with the sample a little bit as well. For me, if I want to create a feel, I would like to lower the pitch just a little bit, just to give more of a relaxing feeling and not too much of a groove feeling. So listen. Now that we kind of got the vibe that we want, I'm going to go ahead and track this out, and we're going to have some fun. So what I just did right there was adjust the velocity of my drums, so this way we can have a more consistent and realistic feel when it comes to our drum patterns. Now we're going to use the one-shot drum pattern because I do believe that's where a lot of producers like to have a little bit more originality in this instance. For us to truly get that lo-fi sound, we do have to touch the sample a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our effects and use vinyl bits on the entire group. This way, all of our sample is affected and we can really get the sound that we're looking for. So this is to create that crackle, that popping sound you get from vinyls. That helps you create that. All right, so after you have bite up, you want to put on a filter. This filter is going to give you that lo-fi dreamy feel. You want to make sure low pass is on. So let's hear it. Now we're going to put the same filter on our drums, so our drums could have a similar effect. I'm going to add a little bit more life to my drums by using the knock plugin. Now, of course, you could do some variations. So let's just do a duplicate. And let's just say you didn't want to use that pattern. Let's say you want to go like this. And lastly, I like to add some ambient recordings or nature sounds, I like to say. And my go-to is rain. So we're going to add some rain. And we are going to make sure that it is played as this audio sample. And of course, we are going to put the filter on the rain. And just like that, you have your own lo-fi drum pattern. I know we added some extra sounds there, but that fast, you transformed a very melodic sample into a lo-fi beat. Now, even though we touched on sampling a little bit, this video was more catered towards lo-fi drums. If you want to know a little bit more about sampling and beat creation, I highly recommend you check out my sampling hack video right here. This will show you how to really chop up samples in Maschine easy, and it makes your creative process so much more fulfilling. You should check it out.